Welcome to WeakLEE Podcast, episode 2. I have Alaisha with me again. We just want to continue with what we started with in episode 1 because we didn't come across a whole lot of topics that we wanted to say. So we brought it right now.
All right, jumping into the first question. Why is it important to have the uncomfortable conversations?
Uncomfortable conversations always come with the real you. You don't want to hide who you are, but at the same time, you got to be willing to let another person in.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to be a liar. And just the whole dynamic of uncomfortable conversations is always doing things that you don't want to do and say things that you don't want to say, but need to be said. So a lot of times you can't think about another person's feelings when you say how you really feel, because that gives them a better avenue to really understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I feel like it's best to always have the uncomfortable conversations in the beginning, just because if you wait, then some people will view that as being manipulative. So let's say something happens, you do something, but you're afraid to come to the person that you're with and tell them that you've done something bad. So you wait until a later date, maybe, because you're worried about their reaction.
Right.
And then you try to have the uncomfortable conversation. Then it's like, why didn't you bring it to me before?
But you ain't going to bring it to somebody you ain't comfortable to bring it to. It's like people got to give you that open door to be able to come and talk to them. Because if they don't have that open door, you don't have that open door, you're not going to say nothing. And then when you get further, like you said, further down the line, when you feel more comfortable, then that's when you will say it. But then they probably be like, oh, why you didn't say this in the beginning? And then they might think about leaving you alone because of that. Or not. So you don't really know until you have the conversation, honestly.
Which is why you can't avoid having the uncomfortable conversations.
But that's why, like, a lot of times uncomfortable conversations have to come, like we said, early. Because too many people, they worry about enjoying each other early. And, oh, let's go on a trip. Let's vibe. Let's enjoy each other. Let's go out, drink. Let's go out, hang all the time.
But
and
nobody
then,
really sits down and have those conversations.
Exactly. And then once you spend like you said, 6 months to a year.
Mr. 3 months. It only takes 3 months to get to know somebody.
Because it do.
It definitely does
All right,
not.
when you put in your 6 months in one year in there, then they're going to be like, well, why we ain't never talk about this?
My point exactly.
That's why you talk about that early.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we was going on trips and we was having fun and we was getting drunk in those first 3 months.
See, that's what's wrong with the world. They want to meet people. I got bread. Let's go on a trip.
We're going to live
What's
it up.
up?
We're going to have fun.
No.
Yes.
I got to talk to you and see if I want to take you on the trip first.
Oh, really?
Which is why I said the 3 months. When you have the uncomfortable conversation, that time gets shortened.
Well, I'm pretty sure, because if you start having uncomfortable conversations on day 1, yeah, we ain't gonna last long.
Well, I don't want you.
Yeah.
Period.
Bryce's reaction is gonna get me every time.
For real. Because, like, people put too much extra fantasy
it's
into...
an act.
Yeah.
People always put on an act, but that's because you have to feel the person out. So,
But people think you don't feel a person out by going on trips with them and hanging with them.
That's not true. That's not true, though. Because you can really get down on somebody's level at home.
You going to invite somebody at your house in 6 months?
No, not that I don't know. Because that's you, Mr. 3 months.
Exactly.
In 3 months, you're not coming to my house. You're not coming to my house in no damn 3 months.
I said come out in no 3 months.
So how you going to get to know somebody in 3 months then?
I told you. We could go out. We could go out, chill, have a drink. Might go sit at the park.
How you know I want to be seen out with you, though?
We could go
I might have all kind of stuff.
I know all the duck-out spots in New Orleans.
Toxic. So toxic.
For real.
He's
We go duck out.
Disgusting.
For real.
Okay. So.
Wait, hold up.
What
Let
you
me
got?
see something. This goes back with the uncomfortable conversation. What about people's reaction when you tell them something that they may not like or agree
So
with?
that stops you from really speaking your mind and really being vulnerable. Like if I come to you and I tell you something and you blow it out of proportion, let's say it's something small. something minor. And going back to, like I said, like, it might be minor to me, but it might be major to somebody else. But if I feel like it's small and then you attack me over it, I'm not telling you nothing else. So we're going to cut it off. Like, so now I'm going to start hiding stuff from you because I'm worried about your reaction.
All right. So if that's somebody that you talk to and deal with and you start hiding things from them, why not leave them alone at that point?
Because a lot of people don't.
Why?
What we talked about last episode. Nobody wants to be alone.
But at the same time, you setting yourself up for failure if that's the
true.
case. If you know you talking to somebody and you see the reaction is off, and then you be like, I don't think I could talk to them no more.
But why do you stay?
Because you're comfortable. Especially if you hit that 6 month to a year mark that you be saying, oh, I already know this person.
Time.
Exactly. Nah.
And that's when you start walking on eggshells.
That's why I say 3 months to 6 months.
Why?
To get past, so we don't get to that.
So you could just drop people off.
Gone. For real. I'm gonna talk to you about what I'm looking for, what I want, and where I'm trying to go. And if that's not the case, it's not.
I still don't believe that people are comfortable enough to be themselves within 3 months. So I feel like when you meet somebody new, it's all about not really portraying the image, but trying to show the better sides of you.
Right, but at the same time, it's not.
So you could be throwing somebody away that could be perfect for you just because they haven't opened up completely yet. Right,
but at the same time, what you hiding the worst part of you for? I think that comes with growth though too, and dealing with different situations. Because I know, like, especially like since going through the separation and divorce, I've seen everything in a different aspect. Everything that comes to relationship. And it's just like, you just really gotta be upfront and honest from day one.
Yeah, you gotta be vulnerable.
Right, you got
to that word. So, because it's important for you to just lay it all out there. You have to be honest with where you are. Right, and I think that's a big thing too.
Right, and it comes with ages too. Because like if you like 24,
if there's an age gap.
You 24 to 27, you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Then you think, oh well, yeah, I could not talk about this right now. Maybe talk about it later, and then we could still make this work. It's just like a whole different.
But then when it come up
process.
later, then what?
Yeah, then it's like I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it this way. But the older you get and dealing with different people, you know, it'd be different.
Yeah, I think it all comes with healing and maturity as well.
So what about? All right, this goes on the same line too. Just forgiving somebody when they done you wrong.
I think it depends on what's been done. Like if we forgiven for you telling a lie about something, it's one thing. But if we forgiven for you cheating, then that becomes a learned behavior, and then that becomes a pattern. Because if I forgive you, both.
I don't agree with that.
Why not? I think that's gender neutral.
I feel like if a woman cheats, it's over.
Why?
Respect level. And then it goes with respect level and the type of woman.
Respect though.
Right, but it's about the type of woman too. Because if a woman would cheat, it's because they were talking to that person for a very long time.
Not all the time. Not all women need to be emotionally attached to somebody to have sex with them. Not all of them.
80% of them.
I don't think so. I wouldn't agree.
Yeah.
They have women that...
I ain't saying they don't.
They have women that think like men and move like men.
Just because they think and move like men don't mean that they have the same feelings as men.
They might develop those feelings afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that they could.
So therefore it's not the same thing. A man can have sex with a woman and don't even think second about her.
You don't think women could do the same thing?
No.
Why?
I just don't. Because y'all are emotional.
I'm outnumbered in here, y'all. I need more women in here.
Y'all just are more emotional. And
yes, that's true. But I mean, it depends on where you are as a woman too, though.
Right. Like if your mindset is, all right, I'm just trying to have fun, then of course it'd be different.
Like if you're not looking for nothing at all.
Yeah, it's different.
Just like you say, if you bring it to me, I'm gonna take it. If you bring it to me, I'm gonna take it. Period.
Right. Some women are like that.
They have women
but
like that.
But most of them who's with somebody, nah.
I guess. Whatever. We're going to have to agree to disagree, y'all.
So what do you think it would be?
Because I feel like it's the same thing. Like, I feel like there's a lack of respect on both ends, whether it's a man or a woman.
Right.
So if you can...
So for you, if you're in a relationship with a man, but you step out on him, would it be because you've been talking to that person for a long period of time?
Oh, it would take a lot for me to have to step out on somebody that I'm with.
Right.
My loyalty is just different.
Right.
Like, that would eat
but
me up.
But if you did, wouldn't it be with somebody you was talking to for a long period of time?
Possibly.
Right.
Possibly. It would have to be somebody that I have a strong emotional connection to.
Right.
Just because I'm not going around sleeping with everybody. That's just not my thing.
Right.
So, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying, though. There's a lot of women like that.
But you don't know how somebody would be if they super broken either.
Right.
Like, it might be a bad situation.
Because people do a lot of things when they're hurt.
True.
All type, like,
and you'll
crazy.
do things that you wouldn't normally do just because you're hurt.
Right.
So you can't X them out and say that they wouldn't.
But that's why it goes to, like, staying on what you want and looking for in a person. Because if you know when you get mad, you the type to want to swing, curse them out. Why would you want to be, like, why would you be with somebody, or why would you want somebody that's not like that?
Because opposites attract.
No, not like that.
Yes.
No, man.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if you know
Because
you're the type of
opposites
person
attract.
that's mad.
Because the two fiery people would never work. They would cancel each other out.
So why would
that relationship wouldn't go past your 3 months. It wouldn't.
Why would you expect it to go with somebody that's not like that?
Because if you have somebody who is super chaotic and you got a super peaceful person, they feed off of each other's energy.
But for how long? They only work for a certain amount of time because somebody is going to get fed up. And more times than not, it's more so the calm person because it's like they're giving more. And they're lowering their self to make the other person feel better.
I don't know. You can withstand that for a while. I would say at least 10 years.
Because I just don't understand why is it that people really be wanting somebody that they are not. Because people be saying that they want this calm, kind-hearted, loving person. But when you mad, you crazy.
That goes back to you wanting to be a better person and thinking that you're that person because you're striving to be that person.
Right.
So I'm going to link myself to somebody that I want to be like. But because that's not in my nature, I'm going to mess it all up because I'm trying to be like that person. But what happens is when you come in, you bring your chaos into somebody's peace and you disrupt their peace when you're just trying to be a peaceful person. And it's not that you're doing it consciously, you do it unconsciously.
Right. Because you're not ready to be that person or you're not there yet.
But because I put on the front, I've upheld this image that this is who I am. I'm healing. I'm working to become peaceful. But every time you set me off, you upset me. What I'm doing?
Cutting up.
Now I'm swinging on you. Now I'm mad. Now I'm cursing you out. Now I want your mama to die. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that goes back to the uncomfortable conversation in the beginning. If you're not ready and you're not there, you really got to know and understand and believe that you're not there and be honest with yourself about you not being there.
That's why you have to let people know
where you are.
And
the other person can't sit here and be like, I could change your mind and make you better.
But that's what y'all gonna do anyways. Especially if it's the woman who comes into the situation broken. As men, that's what y'all try to do. Y'all try to fix it.
Right. Because we're problem solvers.
Like, I could fix that.
And then it comes to the time where you really gotta realize you can't heal everybody. You just can't.
It's not your job to.
But
y'all think that's your job.
Right, that is hard to believe.
It's getting deep, y'all.
It's crazy. So, all right. So, with that being said, it kind of ties into reassurance.
You think it's important to reassure your partner? Or you don't think so?
I think it's important to reassure your partner, but at the same time, it's all about how that person is trying to get the reassurance from you. If they sitting there saying, "Oh, you did this, that's why I feel this way. I need you. Can you help me, talk me through this?" But instead of them being like, "Oh, well, I'm feeling a type of way today, so I'm just need a little something to make me feel better." That's different than you just accusing me of doing something wrong.
I don't know, that statement just sounded
Let me
need a little something.
right.
What's the little something that you need?
All right. Well, let me give an example, right?
Okay.
Say, for instance, you had a bad dream. And the dream is completely not what it is. And then you come to me with it. And I come and say, that dream ain't real. Whatever it was, it ain't gonna happen. That's me giving you reassurance without you asking, right?
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
But if you coming at me, why you don't want me over here today? Like, huh? Why you don't want me to come over today?
We be acting crazy sometimes.
Why you just ain't say, like, I never said I didn't want you over here. But instead of you saying, I feel like you may not want me over here as much, or that you want me here as much. Just ask the question. Then I'll be like, nah, you good. You always come over.
Because that goes back to worrying about people's reactions, though. But I feel like as men, when it comes down to reassurance, y'all don't think that it's important. Y'all don't find it important.
It's
I guess because
we
y'all
don't
are
see
so
that like that.
And y'all are logical too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it is what it is. Like, you should be able to see it for what it is. But like,
that's because y'all running y'all mind more than us.
Yeah. Overthinking.
Yeah.
Times
we
6,000.
don't be doing, and that's why I be like, why do people make like being mad or like making themselves mad? Like, why are you thinking about things for you to be upset?
I don't think people want to be mad or upset though.
But why you think about things that you know or ask questions that you know gonna piss you off?
That's having the uncomfortable conversation.
But too many,
because it could go either way.
Right, but why is it like you just think like that? I just never was the person to just sit here and think about negativity all the time.
Like chaos.
Right. Nigga just be what it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it depends on like what kind of environment you were brought up in too. Because if you were brought up in a chaotic environment, that's your norm. So when stuff gets calm, it aggravates your spirit because it's like, okay, something wrong because I'm not used to this, you know? But if you are a peaceful person and you throw me in something chaotic, now I can't function because like, what is happening? What's going on? So that's why you have to trace that shit all the way back to figure people out. Mr. You get to know somebody in 3 months. You can't unbag everybody's childhood trauma in 3 months to know who you're really dealing with.
But you can figure out what you want to deal with and don't want to deal with.
Jesus. We are never going to get to the end of that topic. Like,
but for real though, I understand exactly what you're saying though. Giving people chances, and the longer you get to know them, the more you see, okay, I ain't messing with that. But you see me, from what
Mr. Toxic.
It's the fact
if
that
y'all see him in the street, stay clear of him.
It's just like I said, I just read and pay attention to people very well. And that's just like, I could see certain things. And then when I see certain things, I'll be like, all right, now that I could give that more of a chance. I could talk to them longer. But other people be like, nah, no.
You think you have that discernment now?
Yeah.
Did you always have it?
No. No.
Glad
not.
to know that.
Did not.
So we're growing.
Yes.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
For real, because like, I would give people more chances that they should have. And that could have been, like we talked about episode 1, how dealing with different high schools and all that, and me being easily, all right, you could go about your business. That could be also another reason why with people that I felt close to or wanted to grow with, I kept them closer with me because I didn't want to let them go like that. So I guess it was kind of
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like how I want to hold on to people just because I'm used to being around the same people all the time.
Right.
So yeah, sometimes you gotta learn to let people go. Some people don't mean you well all the time.
But do you really know when?
I think you know, you just don't want to know.
You don't believe it.
Mm-hmm. You always know. There's always something, especially women. Like, we have intuition, so you know.
We have intuition too.
No, y'all don't.
We just don't pay attention
Y'all
to
don't
it.
have no intuition.
We do. We just don't be hard up on it like y'all do.
Really?
Yeah.
God give you common sense for a reason.
Exactly. We got common sense.
But y'all don't have intuition.
We got that too.
Y'all be so blinded by stuff. Y'all don't really be caring.
It's the fact y'all dig deeper than we do. We be on the surface.
Mm-hmm. That's what gets y'all into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes with growing.
Mm-hmm.
It changes up. Why are you looking like that?
I'm just proud.
Boy, you looking like you don't believe me.
Because I don't.
Why?
Because you know that's not true.
That's not true.
Because it's not. Because y'all don't have intuition and y'all don't pay attention to nothing.
So you think we
And
just
the list y'all be having be so surface level
What list of what?
of what y'all look for in women.
That's a lie.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
We have
Y'all list
list.
outside of looks. What's on the list? She
Loving.
can't fight me when she mad.
Loving, caring,
Okay.
respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Not blowing your phone up 50 times.
Right.
Don't that
What
blow
that
you
have
right?
to do with anything?
That does with a lot of things. If I don't answer the phone, you call me 50 times.
Not I. I'm asleep
That's
somewhere. I'm gonna call one time.
Like,
I'm going
not
to bed.
rolling with that. No, dead. Not gonna happen.
Okay.
But a lot of women do that.
So that's a non-negotiable for you?
What? That
If
blowing
a
the
woman
phone
blow
up?
your phone up?
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Right.
that's sign number one that you love.
That you a little off?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Could just
You
be
just
worried.
said that
Could
you-
just be worried. Like,
so
what
why
if
you don't
out
do it
somewhere?
then?
Because I don't be caring.
Oh, so that's
So
why
don't
you don't
mistake
do it.
that for anything.
So you don't care. That's why you don't openly
Yes.
call. Noted.
Because why would I call you 600 times? What is it going to do? If you didn't answer the first time, you're probably not going
But
to
that
answer
don't
the
mean
next
that you
time
worry
either.
less, though, right?
Not necessarily.
Exactly. Then what do you call it?
I just don't care. I just really don't care. Like, I don't care that much to keep calling. Like, if I call you one
So
time,
you're saying them overly calling is a care,
it could be.
or is it a trigger?
It could be both. Because you don't know. Like, what if they got cheated on before and they was calling me, they were man back to back and they never answered. And then they went pull up and found them and it was somebody they didn't have nowhere to
with
be.
the next 20 people, you're supposed to do that.
People don't heal immediately. You got to give people grace.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Take time to heal.
So even after you tell somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't dealing with that, chill on that, and they keep doing it, then what?
You got to watch the type of people you entertain. Does that mean they don't have respect for you or your boundaries?
That goes back to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
No, you just talk about something. You don't want nobody to blow your phone up.
That
But
ain't
you don't
the
know
only
why
thing
they
I
doing
said.
it, though.
That ain't the only thing I said, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
I'm so over it right now. I
Why?
really am. Because you're acting like this list is that deep and it's not.
It's really not.
Yeah, I know.
It's simple.
Very.
But I'm a simple guy.
And that gets you into complicated situations.
Works like that sometimes.
You gotta stop being so simple.
I know. You stop being easy going.
Stop being easy, period. Like I told you, we're not easy.
I'm not. No, we're
Yeah.
not. Don't
Yes,
do
y'all
that.
are. Right, y'all not easy? Y'all not easy?
You know. Not all of it.
Depends on what you're looking for.
We're not about it.
I guess.
It goes by what you're looking for, too.
That's true.
Just like you say with women.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could deal with people just on, like men who can,
Mm-hmm.
what they're looking for. Same thing as men.
Where you are.
Exactly. Being honest with where you are, and people gonna move with where they at.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta have somebody who can respect where you are too, to
And
meet
don't-
you there.
And don't rush you to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Or force you to change it because of where they are.
You don't feel like that because you feel like you would know somebody in 3 months, that if you try to cut somebody off, that it would be forcing them into healing. If they really want to be with you and you have this 3-month cutoff, you don't think that will force somebody?
Possibly. But you don't tell people you got a 3-month cutoff.
But in that third month, you like, oh, I think we should see other people.
Speaking of that, I just thought about something.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm afraid
You remember
to
that
know.
90-day, Steve Harvey, that 90-day probation
Lord,
thing?
we're not talking about Steve
Ain't that
Harvey.
the
Steve
same
Harvey don't know
thing?
what he's talking about.
Ain't that the same thing?
Yeah, you should wait 3 months before you have sex with somebody. Yeah.
And see, I told you I was on it.
You on to it.
What I was saying. That's
But
why I say that.
But
Because
why,
you
though?
could figure things out with somebody in
You
3
can
months.
figure things out on a very basic level. But knowing who somebody is, it takes longer than 3 months to truly know that person on a deeper level. You're not going to get that in 3 months. I'm still picture perfect in 3 months.
I feel that you can.
But on that 4th month, I'm going to show you who I am. I'm going wild out on that 4th month. 3 months, I can hold it together for 3 months. I'm on my best behavior. Or he answer the phone when I call, it's cool. I ain't gonna trip. I'm gonna let it slide. Or he liking these girls' pictures on Instagram, it's cool. I'm gonna let that slide. Yeah. Because it matters. Because it matters.
The liking on Instagram.
I just feel like
we can say that for later.
That's a level of respect that y'all just don't possess.
Yeah.
Because y'all really think it don't matter, and it does.
Just like the women posting when they in the relationship.
Yes. Yep.
That is definitely a
We're gonna
separate
save
episode.
it for another episode, y'all. Because we really gotta unbox that. Because y'all really have to understand that there's like a genuine level of respect that you need to have for women that you deal with. And y'all really think stuff don't be deep, and it really do be deep.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it's like it comes to a point where you really got to consider who you with.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that when a man is really tapped in and fully safe and comfortable and respected and appreciated where he at,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't gonna do all that.
You might not do all the things you feel like are bad, but the things that you should be doing, you wouldn't necessarily do either.
Should do.
Mm.
Like what?
Like considering the other person's feelings. Like you just gonna move how you feel like you should move, but you're not really moving in a way that considers your partner's feelings.
But that comes with, dealing with things how you are,
Mm-hmm.
and that person dealing with things how they are. A lot of things that you feel is you being considerate, another
Mm-hmm.
person may not. A lot of things you feel is inconsiderate, another person may not. So it's like you just gotta come to a common ground with that.
And I think that's when you have those uncomfortable conversations too, to really get to know what I feel is considering my feelings.
Exactly.
We talking about love languages, loving me in my love language.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
talk about that on another episode. That's all we got for y'all tonight. And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.